And now, let us commence the 49,218th Annual Fish Council! Wait, why did only 3 fish show up? And why do they all look half dead?
Well,
the longest one in the
Please, one at a time. Rinfish, you can talk first.
so what I was talking about is this rapid depletion of freshwater and saltwater food resources due to extremely harmful fishing practices.
That's just what I was talking about.
Let Rinfish talk a little bit.
Yeah, let me talk a bit. Anyways, something that's been really devastating in my prior home is a kind of fishing method apparently called bottom trawling, and it's basically where giant fishing nets are weighted down and literally dragged across the seafloor. It catches everything in its net from the targeted adult fish to the harmless coral reefs and sea turtles. Not only does it catch way too much marine life for them to use, the weighted net also stirs up the sediment from the seafloor, which can be extremely harmful to the remaining marine life. I've personally seen so many fellow fish killed because of this devastating practice.
Well, in my home there's something that may seem worse than that.
What?
It's called cyanide fishing. Humans inject cyanide into fish habits to stunt us fish and catch them easily, and it's proving devastating for the underwater community. Cyanide is essentially a poison, and local fishers use this method to catch live fish, but the effect on the fish habits is unspeakable. The cyanide destroys corals from the inside out, killing them eventually.
That seems kind of similar to what I experienced. In my region of the water, there's a lot of blast fishing, which is a fishing method that uses dynamite and other explosives to kill or stun fish, which are then collected easily. No, not that dynamite. It's something much worse. The reasons for its happening is similar for cyanide fishing. People resort to this because it's a cheap and effective way of catching lots of fish in a short time. It is used in many rural areas such as Thailand, where the residents don't have access to standard fishing equipment, so their only way to catch a lot of fish is to use dynamite.
But doesn't dynamite usually blow up things with fire? How will it work in water?
Even if it's in water, exploding dynamite releases an extremely strong pressure wave that instantly kills all living things within a few meters from the explosion. It devastates all the coral reefs nearby like they never existed in the first place. I've seen multiple of these bombings happen before my very eyes, and I never want to see them again.
Bottom trawling, cyanide fishing, and blast fishing. They are all terrible. They sabotage us and other marine organisms.
Yeah. Wait, are we marine organisms the only ones that suffer from those fishing practices? Won't all other life be similarly affected?
Those harmful fishing practices also sabotage humans too.
How?
There's something called economy in human society, which is the management of available resources. Water resources like ours are included too.
Interesting.
When overfishing happens, the population of fish declines, and the fish stock will collapse. Humans should spend a lot of time recovering communities and food security when the fish stock collapses.
Is there more?
Of course, as supply falls, the price of fish increases and the quantity demanded of fish decreases. Since overfishing decreases the number of fish available in the ocean, it reduces the number of jobs and revenue generated from fishing activity. Also, the government will increase regulations for those harmful fishing practices. Thus, fishermen and fishing-related businesses will have difficulty in operating their companies.
How about the economical effects of bottom trawling, cyanide fishing, and blast fishing?
In addition to overfishing, another concern that can arise from this specific method is the total devastation of the area affected, making nothing able to grow again in that area. For both cyanide and dynamite fishing, the fishing method demolishes nearly every organism in the area, including the coral reefs necessary for fish to survive and thrive, and makes it uninhabitable again. Bottom trawling is even worse, as the weighted net is a juggernaut that makes all the seafloor it crushes through uninhabitable.
Those fishing methods not only sabotages fish, they also harm humans too.
Yeah, humans should adjust this problem somehow. We're all gonna die, and they're gonna feel the impact very strongly.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Listen,
Overfishing can impact the whole ecosystem. It can change the fish's size, the way the fish reproduce, and the speed at which they mature. If overfishing continues, it creates an imbalance that can abrade the food web, and many marine organisms will go extinct.
Overfishing also decreases food and economic security. These days, fish businesses are dependent on dwindling stocks due to the ever faster destruction of fish habitats. Fish is one of the most prominent foods worldwide, and the global industry is estimated to be worth $362 billion. Many people living near the coast depend on fishing to make money, and almost half of the world's people eat fish for protein. If the supply of fish decreases, people may lose their jobs, and the economies of coastal areas will greatly suffer.
Finally, 2019 global per capita consumption of fish is 20.5 kilograms worldwide, and seeing this as the world population is more than 8 billion people. The total consumption of fish every year is about 164 billion kilograms every year, or 450 million fish every day.
Thus, we humans should collectively advocate for the discontinued use of harmful fishing methods such as bottom trawling, cyanide fishing, and blast fishing, all for the ecosystem, for marine organisms, and for the sake of humanity.
I do truly hope the other humans listen and decrease these fishing practices. That's the only way for us to live and for freshwater and saltwater food resources to stay alive.
I'm out of touch, I'm out of love. I'll pick you up when you're getting down. And out of all these things I've done, I think I love you better now. I'm out of sight,